more solid housing news, and we're going to figure out what's going on in the condo market with Fannie Mae and not approving condo loans. Those articles and why we're seeing interest rates inch up. All of this today on Real Estate Daily. Welcome everyone. My name is Troy, and Monday through Friday we go over the latest news in real estate, housing, and the mortgage markets. Now, before we jump in there, hit that subscribe button. Boom, boom, boom. Where's my finger at? There you go. Also, if you're in the market to buy a home, I have a buyer's guide that's down below. Just hit the link down below. Put in your email address and we'll send you a buyer's guide. It is no charge. It's 100% off today. Could be 99% off tomorrow, but today it is 100% off. The amount of work that was put into that buyer's guide is invaluable. Now let's jump right into it. This is Housing Wire, and this is from today. This says new listing data is running out of time before seasonal declines hit. It is very interesting. Here's a quick rundown of last week. It says active inventory fell 5,383 last week, and new listing data is still trending at all-time lows for 2023. It is so funny when you listen to influencers as well as the media out there saying that the housing market is a complete train wreck. They are the complete train wreck. The housing market is resilient and strong. If you go back and look at the last 3, 4, 5 recessions, and even when the Fed keeps raising rates, if it was a recession that was based just solely around the housing market, yes, the housing market collapsed. But if you look at a recession based around poor decisions by the federal government, poor decisions by the Fed, poor decisions by other economic factors, it does not affect the housing market in very little way. And that is happening today. People are taking that magnifying glass, looking at the data and saying, oh, this little piece right here is negative. When you don't look at the market in whole, where there's no inventory. And if there's no inventory, of course sales are going down, but we're not seeing values go down. Big difference, month over month. Values are not going down. Year over year, values are not going down. It is the best time in your life to buy a home. This is not financial advice, because time in the market is more important than timing the market. None of you out there are going to time the market. None of you have a crystal ball. None of you, including myself, none of you have a psychic hotline that actually doesn't charge you any money and says the right things. None of you guys do. But we're seeing the numbers. The numbers are showing it is all-time low. And it actually, you keep reading, purchase application data was up 8%. Come on. And mortgage rates are going up. Why? Is because people realize that the plan is I get in right now. I don't have to pay higher values, but I can always lower my payment by interest rates. Guys, and by refining, it doesn't make sense to sit here and go, well, I'm waiting for a crash. I'm waiting for a crash. The only thing crashing is your bank account when you pay your landlord every month. That's what's crashing. It is burning money. And you can't use that income that you're paying out, that rental income, or that rental payments, you can't use it in your taxes as well. Again, not financial advice, but wake up and smell the house. Let's jump into the next one. Things are getting really weird in the housing market. Fortune, why are they getting really weird? Well, let's go and look at what they say. Most housing analysts expected 2023 to be a rough year for the U.S. housing market. In fact, among 29 major housing forecast models, 24 forecast a national home price decline in 2023. Just what I've been saying. But so far, that hasn't exactly come to fruition. We knew it wasn't. Through the first few months of 2023, and now we're in month 4, and we're coming on month 5 in next, less than 2 weeks, the U.S. housing market continues to show signs of stabilization. Existing and new home sales are inched up a bit this year, and home builder confidence has improved. And firms like Zillow, CoreLogic, Black Knight have all reported positive month-over-month home price increases this spring. Hello, people. Hello. How about going to people that have boots on the ground, that know what's happening when their phone rings, and you go show homes and you lock it up, you have multiple offers, or you want to listen to someone in their penthouse that's being, that's being vacated because everyone's being laid off, and let them tell you all the negative information because they're looking for clicks. Bait. That's what they're looking for. Let's keep on reading. What's going on? For starters, the housing affordability has improved this spring as the average 30-year fixed mortgage rate, which topped out at 7.3 in November, came back down to about 6.5. Additionally, a lack of homes for sale. Somebody else is saying that. Been saying that for the past year. Coupled with the market entering its busiest spring period has, at least for now, pushed the national housing market back into equilibrium. It's always been equilibrium. It has never, it's always been. It went from a hot seller's market to a stable market. And the only time people stopped buying that made it a stable market was because interest rates shocked them at 7%. Today, they're not going to be shocked by 7% interest rates. They're going to be shocked by their rents going up every single year because inflation continues to push everything up. And the CPI lie is exactly that. Let's jump into next. Well, this is very, very interesting. Fannie's secret blacklist wreaks havoc on the condo buyer's market and seller's market. Since Surfside collapse, Fannie Mae's list of ineligible condos and co-ops have grown 55%. This is very, very interesting. Let's go read this. In response to Surfside, Florida condo collapse that killed 98 people and caused more than $1 billion in property losses, conventional lender giants Fannie and Freddie drafted a new lending standards last year to weed out the condos and co-ops with deferred maintenance, structural safety issues, and shaky finances. I get it now. People are getting this, right? Your complex, if you're living in it, you need to make sure that you have a strong management team. And if they, as much as everybody there doesn't want to get special assessments or doesn't want to get, a complex upgrade, you're gonna have it if you want to see your value of your property go up. It's very simple. Okay, if you want to live like a pig, you're going to live in a mud bowl. If you're going to want to live in a quality unit, a quality complex, then they're going to spend money on upgrading it. Now, they could do it two ways. They could raise your monthly HOA and start covering all these deferred costs, or what they can do is they can keep the HOA low and then have special assessments, which will be divided amongst a total dollar will be divided amongst all the people who live at that complex. That's what makes sense. And this will change the way management companies look at this, because if you can't sell properties through Fannie and Freddie or FHA or conventional, what do you have? Cash. And what does cash bring? Cheaper prices. Cash is king at those complexes. People undercut the cash, undercut the value of the property, and then they bring in renters. And what do renters do? They have no allegiance to keeping the complex up. They only want to pay the least amount as possible, and they're going to do the least amount to care about the property that they're in. So this is extremely interesting. I'm a little bit disappointed that Fannie and Freddie didn't come out already and talk about this. They're just sliding on the radar. But this is something that you want to know going in. With the right real estate agent, they will tell you, they will do the research beforehand to get your lender to look up the complexes that you're looking at before you go in them, so you won't waste your time and you won't realize, you won't go get excited when those values of that properties are just driven straight down because you cannot finance any of those condos or townhomes. All right, let's jump into rates. Rates are disgusting. They went up again 7 basis points to 7.47 with 6.47. Why do I got 4 on my mind? 6.475. 30-year conventional FHA went to 6.40, and jumbo just slid in between there now, 6.417. I continue to say this: if you're not with the right mortgage lender, they will lock your loan in, and you will be charged hundreds of dollars more a month. You have to find the right lender to lock it in the right time and to get that beautiful payment. And then keep your eye on the prize, which is Two things. One is if your value of your property goes up and your equity extends to 20%, then you can refi and get rid of mortgage insurance. Or some lenders will just get rid of the mortgage insurance altogether for you. But you'll have to do that. They will not do that for you because they don't care. It just keeps ensuring them that if it goes down, an insurance company will pay and that they're not on the hook. Number two, and I just lost my number two, you want to make sure that when rates dip low enough that it's a refi moment. Now, if you can refi $200, $300, $400 out, that's fantastic. But always know the lenders will call you for the refi because they make money on it. The lenders won't call you for that 20% down on your property. Keep that always in mind. It's very smart. You have to outsmart them. Best thing to do is you get with the right real estate agent, you talk to him, he keeps in contact with you, and that you turn around and he will give you the best advice out there. I do that with my clients. I touch my clients 6-7 times a year, and they ask me questions. It doesn't matter if it's related to real estate sales or if it's a financing. I've saved them hundreds, if not thousands of dollars over the past years I've been a real estate agent. Well, thank you guys very much for joining me. If you have a comment, please leave it below. Otherwise, you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you tomorrow.